Well, hello and welcome to another Dominion Daily. It's a Sunday, so we have a few campaign features also showing up. We have Victorified and Durationified on Leprechaun. And what that means, I'll show you right now. So Leprechaun is just its normal action Doom card, but it also has the type Victory, which means that it's also a victory card with one victory point per card. And also it has a type Duration, and that means it's also a duration with at the start of your next turn +1 card and +1 action. So yeah, this gives it those funky colors, green and orange. And also, yeah, it has a few different um, a few different properties with the +1 card, +1 action next turn, staying in play, and also the one victory point. All right, with that, I welcome you to this daily, and as always, I will go through the cards first, and then we'll meet up again for discussing the kingdom, and then we'll play through it. Leprechaun says gain a gold if you have exactly 7 cards in play, gain a wish, otherwise receive a hex. And hexes are those bad cards. That's also why it has the type Doom. By the way, this view doesn't feature the funky colors. Um, Hexes are those bad things that can happen to you from Nocturne, and you usually don't want to play the Leprechaun unless you have exactly 7 cards in play. We then have the Lookout, +1 action. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck, trash one of them, discard one of them, put the other one back on top of your deck. And that is not my favorite treasure because it really requires you to track your deck well and to also be a bit lucky sometimes. Sometimes it has the sentry problem of always being in the hand with the estates that you want to trash. But if there's no other trashing, you might want to go for Lookout. By the way, I think I forgot to mention Wish. So if you have exactly 7 cards in play with Leprechaun, you gain Wish, and Wishes are very strong cards as they can gain you non-terminally gain you to hand a card costing up to 6. It's really good. Masquerade, +2 cards, each player with any cards in hand passes 1. So you set one aside, and then once everyone has set aside a card, you pass it to the next such player to their left at once. Then you may trash a card from your hand. And this is a very nice trasher. It has nice tempo associated with it, and yeah, I don't know. Certainly better than Lookout. Warehouse, +3 cards, +1 action, discard 3 cards. A Sifter, Conclave, +2 coins. You may play an action card from your hand that you don't have a copy of in play. If you do, +1 action. So this is a village for cards that you don't have copies of in play already, so it doesn't work all too well with duration cards like Longship, Tactician, in this case also Leprechaun, but can be alright as a village, but also you need to keep in mind that it decreases your hand size when playing. So, for example, Conclave Masquerade, even though Masquerade draws you 2 cards, Conclave reduces your hand size, so that's no net draw. Legionary, +3 coins. You may reveal a gold from your hand. If you do, each other player discards down to 2 cards in hands and draws a card. So if you can reveal that gold from your hand, it's a very strong attack, because discarding down to 2 is usually really brutal, but yeah, I don't know. We will go for this, I think, because leprechauns can also gain you golds, and I do think you want to play with leprechauns here. Longship, +2 actions at the start of your next turn, 2 cards, so a variant well, what even this is a variant of it's a village this turn, but reduces your hand size this turn. But next turn it increases your hand size. Pleasant, but also expensive at 5 costs. Storyteller, +1 action, play up to 3 treasures from your hand, then +1 card and pay all of your coin and +1 card per coin you paid. So if you've played a Conclave before Storyteller and then play 2 coppers, so you have 4 money in play, then you will draw 5 cards of the Storyteller because it drops you +1 card, and then 1 card for each coin. But you won't be able to use that coin afterwards. You pay it off, essentially. Tactician. If you have had, yeah, I cannot talk. If you have at least 1 card in hand, discard your hand, and at the start of your next turn, +5 cards, +1 action, and +1 buy. So, yeah, that seems to be the only source of +buy here, but it also means that you have to sacrifice all of your treasures this turn you might have wanted to play. War Chest. The player to your left names a card. Gain a card costing up to 5 that hasn't been named for War Chests this turn. And yeah, so you usually don't want multiple of those, but 1 or 2 of them can be really nice. And yeah, especially in this kingdom where there's viable 5-cost cards where there's Storyteller and Longship that you want. Maybe you can also pick up Masquerades off it, and it's just a workshop, but non-terminal in that. And yeah, that's it. Then we have 2 landscapes, 1 landmark, which provides alternate means of getting victory points, which is Museum. When scoring 2 victory points per differently named card you have. So Leprechaun, the first Leprechaun is even worth 3 here. And finally, Sinister Plot is a project for 4. At the start of your turn, add a token here or remove your tokens here for +1 card each. Really, really nice. You can see how someone is putting in the juice into the meal to profit off of it next turn, of course, I believe. And yeah, drawing, it's essentially at its worst, it's a caravan every other turn, so +1 card every other turn. But you can also stack up a few tokens on that and then have a huge draw. All right. That has been the discussion of the kingdom cards, so let's discuss our strategy here. I think you do want to really do Leprechaun stuff, get this in play as the 7th card. You do want to have an action before that. Leprechaun being Durationified also means that it puts a card into play for the next turn already. What can help with that is Storyteller. I think the synergy is quite nice because Storyteller lets you play up to 3 treasures from your hand, and if one of those treasures is a gold, you already draw 3 cards, and Leprechauns give you golds. So nice synergy there. And also Storyteller puts cards into play that might allow you to hit the 7 earlier rather than later. However, you need to find the Leprechaun at the right time, because I think we are going to have more than 7 cards in play. So yeah, I don't know. Then yeah, we want to go for Leprechaun. Storyteller, we do want to throw in a Legionary, Masquerade for trashing. We need to be cognizant of buys not being abundant. Like the only +buy is Tactician. But there are a couple of extra gains in, let me actually show you the kingdom plot. Extra gains in Leprechaun, in War Chest, and that's it, I suppose. Yeah, well, I guess. There's a bunch of draw and Storyteller, and Village and Conclave and Longship. So we will throw in a few Longships, I think, as well. And Alt VP with Museum. We do want to build a bit of a diverse deck. And yeah. Now, opening wise, let me tell you, I'm not super pleased about this 5-2 opening. It's not great, in my opinion here. What I really want to do is have a 4-3 and open Sinister Plot Masquerade. On the 3-4, of course, Masquerade Sinister Plot is also nice, but it's not as good, because if you have the 4 on the first hand, you already get to put a token the second turn. So 4-3 is the best opening here, in my opinion. And the 5-2 or the 2-5, there are 2 considerations I think that you could reasonably go for. Storyteller is not a good card if you just cycle coppers in the early game, so that's not another consideration. I think the 2 things you will consider are Masquerade with the 5-2 even, and War Chest, because it can gain you masquerades and storytellers and whatnot. I think we're going to and take a bite out of the sour apple. I'm not sure even if that's a saying in English. It's a saying in German, and just go for masquerade nothing. But we are going to be really sad about it and curse our opening split. Yeah. So let's start the game. I'm going to open masquerade here. Skip this turn. At least AI does have the same opening. Goes for the war chest. What do we want to... So next turn we are likely to trigger the shuffle. Maybe we just put in the second masquerade. That doesn't sound too bad. Unless we draw it here. Yeah, we don't draw it here. So we get to trash a card. And next turn we are going to have another masquerade in there, which is great. Now this turn, do we already want... I think now we can put in the war chests. I think that's a better time. Oh, I was about to click Estate to deny AI um, to pass the estate to AI, but AI doesn't even have a masquerade yet. What do we want to deny here? It's a good question. The AI does have 3 coppers there and an estate because we passed it one and it passed us a copper. So it will have 3 to buy masquerade. I think, what do we not want to get early now? It's not that obvious in my opinion. Maybe Longship? Gains a Conclave and buys a Masquerade, very reasonable. And we do not have Masquerade Collision, which is great, but we also hit... only hit 4. Next turn, let's hopefully gain a Storyteller, in which case I think Conclave makes sense, or we go for Sinister Plot here. It's a bit late to pick it up, but it will be great in the long run. Since we are going to play the Masquerade next turn into this next shuffle, which will contain Masquerade again. There could be an argument both for Conclave or for Sinister Plot, I suppose. So going for Conclave now is a bit... We might just draw that next turn, and that's not of great use, but I think in the long term... Sinister Plot or Conclave. One or the other. Hopefully next turn we're going to gain a Storyteller, which the Conclave will synergize with. And we are going to trash down further. No, let's go for the Sinister Plot now. It's really not obvious to me. I almost was about to click the copper again. Let's deny Longship again. Let's see, the AI gains a Tactician. We do not hit our Masquerade, which is amazing. Now, yeah, I think our decision was, in hindsight at least, was correct. We do get to buy a Conclave here and have the Sinister Plot as well. So let's gain that Storyteller, buy that Conclave. We have some collision here, which isn't great, but let's draw cards. One card. Maybe we'll draw something nice. No, we don't. But okay. And now, do we already get the Leprechaun in? I think now is a good point to do so. Man. The amount of times I've almost clicked copper are insane. Yeah, let's deny longships. Let's get a longship ourselves, maybe. And just pick up another Storyteller here. And this longship, and now this turn. Do we want to draw one here? Well, the Conclave is down there, the plus action that we would like to see. So let's draw one card here. Amazing. Wow, this is lucky for sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We might still not hit the Leprechaun. Let's see what we draw. What we get. Do we want to trash this Masquerade? It is draw, but at this point... Yeah, let's trash this Masquerade. We don't have 7 cards in play yet, which is a shame. Like, had we found our Storyteller or our Longship, we would have, but what can you do? Do we still play this Leprechaun? Do we risk it? Because there are like two hexes that would be really bad. Locusts and War wouldn't be that bad, actually. Locusts would be bad. And Haunting would also not be great at this point. And Delusion also. So 3. I say we go for it. I think that the gold might be enough of a payoff. We have Fear, which does nothing, so it indeed paid off. Now we can get this second Leprechaun, and we can also see what the AI will deny us here. It denies another war chest, reasonable. Yeah, I think now we can already put in a Legionary, because we have the gold. So let's... Yeah, next turn we are going to have a Storyteller in this hand and the Longship, which is great. So let's gain the Legionary and buy another Leprechaun. So we have a Leprechaun-Duration sandwich. Amazing. AI does draw here, plays the Legionary, but doesn't have a gold yet. We do have a copper to pass back to the AI, which is great. And now for the war chests, let's... I'm not even sure. Let's name Longship. Gains a Storyteller, buys a Longship and a gold. Okay. So here, yeah, I mean, this is not great. We can already play this war chest to gain something. Let's gain another Longship. Play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Trash a copper. 6, 7. Get our wish. And we get to play this. This is looking really nice. Next turn we might get attacked by Legionary, but we will also still have a Storyteller in there and a gold, and we might just keep those. So at this point, maybe we want to maximize our gains. Or I think we do want to be on a path where we can start provincing the next turns. And that means we do want to trash out the last few coppers and then... Yeah, do we want another war chest for some extra gains? Thing is that I don't even want all too many longships, because Longship and Leprechaun are already 2 cards. Ah, well. I don't think we're going to go for Tactician, as we do want to play those golds for... Is that true? With Legionary and Conclave, one could, in principle, hit more. But also Storyteller draw means that sometimes these are going to get paid off. So yeah, let's just go for another war chest for some extra gains and now start provincing this turn, hopefully. And yeah, let's just add a token here. Play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, no other treasure here. Right, we'll draw 7 cards, which is amazing. Play the Leprechaun. Yeah, play this Longship. Play the Masquerade. Ah no, this was bad. I should have... I mean, we're still getting past a good card. I should have played the Legionary first for sure. To make AI discard down to 2 cards in hand. That was not smart, but well. Now we can play the Storyteller, put in more Longship, hopefully. Let's see what AI will deny us. Yeah. And war chest. Or what will we hit here? Will we hit 8 if we... So there is a longship, a wish, and a gold in there. So we will hit 8 anyways, so we might as well go for more reliability and just plug in another storyteller. And we can play the gold to draw up. And yeah. Because, yeah, of course we need to be careful with the Legionary and gold stuff. But, yeah, here I think we just keep the wishes in deck, to be honest. Just because, well, we have 2 longships in play, so we'll draw a bunch next turn. And having the wishes in deck would... no, well, we could also think about... it's too good to not do. Let's think about just wishing for Legionary Tactician and play the Legionary. Actually, let's turn off the autoplay. Ask, because now AI has already been reduced to 3 cards, so we don't want to reveal the gold again. And play the Tactician and buy a province. Now here we can pass back the Conclave, but AI actually doesn't do anything, it just plays the Tactician. And we can add a token for future nice turns. And yeah, and well, seems like the world is our oyster. No, we cannot play the Leprechaun with Conclave, unfortunately. So let's play Conclave Masquerade and then the Leprechaun with that. No, I keep forgetting. Actually, that's not really trivial here. What to do? I keep forgetting that I don't want that I do want to first hit AI with Legionary before playing the Masquerade. So I suppose we just play Legionary. I don't want to play too much of my coin already. So yeah, maybe we just draw up here. Draw a bit, yeah, like this. This is good. I think this makes the most sense. Get the gold. And now we can play this war chest. Gain another longship, so we'll have 2. Play this war chest, get another tactician. And also a gold. Now here we do want to play Conclave Masquerade. No! I'm so stupid. I keep saying it, doing the Legionary first, and then oh, this is infuriating. This is really bad. I'm sorry if you're in front of your screen and you're just saying, "What is he doing there?" I can understand. Yeah, reveal this gold. Now, this is outrageous. But yeah. And now wish for another Legionary, right? Just for some more disappearing coin. And then, yeah, it's looking really good. Decline this. The good thing is that at some later turn we might be able to double province, or we will be able to double province really easily. Do we want to go for a duchy here? Yeah, we might need to gain warehouses soon to sift through some of our bad stuff. But for now, we're just setting up our next turns really nicely. Even though AI does hit us with the Legionary, and now it does have... No, it's a bit tricky. I think we want to keep copper gold, just because then we can pass the copper to its masquerade. AI is doing this better than I am, and actually thinking before playing, and yeah. Let's deny it more longship or duchy. Let's say duchy. We don't want it to score all too much now. Discarding... AI doesn't have a second masquerade, so now we can discard the copper. It does also province duchy, but it doesn't get a tactician in play. Now we, on the other hand, can just add a token, and then next turn we'll have an amazing turn again. Yeah, I do want to play Storyteller first. To play gold, and that's already enough for the Leprechaun. Yeah, so let's go for that. Play the Lep now. And play Storyteller with War Chests. Gain duchies if we can, otherwise just Legionary, I suppose. No. Maybe. Or another Storyteller. Gold, and with all of those golds and storytellers, we're more or less guaranteed to draw, so that's really nice. Get some actions with the longships, play all of those golds and the copper. Do we have another? Yeah, we have enough copper there, so we can draw all 8 cards. We wouldn't have needed to in any case. Now, do we have enough actions if we play Conclave on Legionary, reveal a gold? Now Conclave on Masquerade, pass a copper, maybe get past something nice. No, I kept the copper there. Probably it has a tactician in there. Conclave Wish, to wish for Legionary. Right, now we can decline this, decline this, decline this, play the tactician, and double province here. And AI, even if it double provinces, we will be able to do much better. Oh, it does have a storyteller, but it only goes for war chest there, so let's deny the duchy. It does get the leprechaun, but yeah, I didn't think this kingdom was so well set up to... Well, we can draw cards now because it's going to be our last turn. I didn't think we would be able to do such nice things with Tactician here, but apparently it really is perfectly suitable for that kind of stuff. Play Storyteller with War Chest. We'll deny the Duchy for sure. Can think about... So Lookout would be 2 points. Estate would be 3 points at this point, I think. Silver would also be 2 points, so let's go for Estate. And decline this for now, because then we can play the Leprechaun. Now we can just draw up, play 3 of those golds. We're going to have more than enough money for double province anyways. And we won't need to play this tactician. Actually, we can essentially do whatever we want. Let's see what we can gain here. Maybe a silver or Lookout. Yeah, I think it doesn't matter. And draw even further. 5 cards. And maybe the AI will be nice enough to pass us something nice. So let's see. If we can attack it here, but essentially we've already won. I'm just playing this out, but we have won here, and we'll be able to pass the Masquerade, pass the Copper, and we'll receive another Masquerade. Okay, nothing all too nice, but yeah, let's actually keep the Wish in deck, because then it is worth 2 points. It won't be worth... Well, I guess we could exchange it for a Duchy. But to be honest, having the Wish in deck is much more stylish than having a Duchy in deck, right? So let's just keep the Wish in deck, and yeah, I think we could have double provinced even without the treasures, right? Like we have 15 here. If I mean, okay, because we didn't play our conclave stuff optimally, we I guess decline, and we can even set up the next turn really nicely by playing this tactician. But yeah, wow, this was amazing. This went really nicely. I enjoyed this kingdom a bunch. This leprechaun stuff was great. I mean, we did play the Leprechaun once and got lucky that we didn't get hexed all too bad, but I think it was worth it in any case because of the +1 card, +1 action next turn. And I do like the decision of opening Masquerade over War Chests, even on the 5/2. Yeah, I don't know, a well-rounded kingdom, really fun, really fun. And with that, I'll try to catch you next time and say goodbye here. Bye.